I understand that like a lot of places in America, they're not familiar with like people's culture, places that people speak Spanish. A lot of people are dumb, so they don't really know the difference. It's not even, everybody keep calling me. A lot of people don't know the difference between nationalities, nationality, race, ethnicity, and that's not nobody's fault. That's actually the school's fault, because schools don't be teaching this shit to people. You know what I'm saying? Schools don't be teaching it. Like this week, right? Somebody told me in California, they was talking about Mexico and everything, and it was like, you should be up there, you Mexican. And I was like, I'm not Mexican, bro. Like, I'm not Mexican at all. First of all, I'm West Indian and I'm Dominican. I speak Spanish because I'm Dominican. And it's like, so what's the difference between Dominican and Mexican? It's like everything. And it's like, do you understand? They asked me like, do you understand Mexican? And I was like, what you mean if I understand Mexicans? Like, I understand what they be saying, but sometimes I don't understand what they be saying, because everybody have a different lingo. It's just like people, like, it's like, okay, people from the United Kingdom, they speak English, but Americans, they won't necessarily understand them, and they won't necessarily have like the same culture as them. That's the same thing as every Latin, Hispanic countries that speak Spanish. Like it's like, I don't eat like our traditional food is not other people's traditional food. We don't practically listen to like the same type of music. We just don't have like the same traditions. Like, and I feel like people need to really understand, because people just don't be understanding shit. Like, it's like, oh, Cardi's Latin, she's not black. And it's just like, bro, my features don't come from fucking white people fucking, okay? And they always want to raise bait when it comes to me. That's why I have Afro features. It's like, oh, but your parents are light skinned, your parents are this. All right, but my grandparents aren't. Well, matter of fact, both my grandfathers, they both got green eyes, and my grandmothers, one of them, she's really like fair color, she's a little darker than me, and the other one from my mom's side, she's really, really dark. Because people from the Caribbean islands, it's a mixture. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first places where the slaves were taken to, especially the Dominican Republic. It was one of the first places, and people don't be knowing that shit. And then they just be so confused, and they want to dictate your race so bad. And it's like, bro, pick up a passport, pick up a book, so you could fucking know. And know the oppression that these countries went through. And these people from these countries went through. Now it wasn't only America that went through some shit. These countries went through some shit as well. Gosh, I feel like we're never gonna get home. Nah, cause it's crazy, right? Because some island women, some artists that are from like the same islands as me, people will be like, oh, they black, but because Cardi speaks Spanish, she's not black, even though we have similar features, same skin complexion. But no, they wanna not put Cardi in it because I speak Spanish. They wanna act like when Cardi used to go to the motherfucking stores, these white bitches wasn't behind me like, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Like, if Cardi didn't come from a hood that continuously get oppressed, People get treated like shit. And I didn't grow up with I didn't grow up like or on some like people hang a certain group of people hang out with a certain group of people, a certain group of people hang out with a certain group of people. I'm from New York. Like, we don't do that. Everybody just fuck with each other. Everybody have the same enemy, and the enemy is the police. Everybody gets oppressed where I'm from by the same people. Everybody over here gets everybody here, whether they Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, African American, every single time when a guy or a woman gets harassed, everybody have each other's back here. It's not like, oh, well, they ain't my people, so we ain't taking up for them. That's not how it works out here. That's not how it works in the Bronx. And Cuban envy, you know it. No, this is not my real hair, boo. Even though my real hair is really thick like this, but it's a little longer. So I just hate that shit. Like, it's like people don't be knowing, because the America don't teach people about different races, different nationalities, different countries. No, they do teach about different countries. American school, they do teach about different countries. But they teach about like they teach about white race countries. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with white folks and everything, but it's just like they don't really like teach you like who's your brothers, who's your sisters, which countries where your brothers and sisters were taken to, were slaves to. They don't teach you that. So, like me, for example, I didn't really know much about the Dominican Republic. My dad had to teach me the history about the Dominican Republic, because the schools don't teach you. Like, it's like sometimes you will see, like, for example, me, my cousins from my dad's side, they're really light. They're really light. They got blonde hair. And I used to ask like my dad, it's like why we don't look alike. Like, I don't understand why we don't look alike, but you say that we're cousins and we're related. It's like, why me and my sister don't look like my cousins, like my aunts and shit like that. And then, like, my dad always taught us the history. Like, he taught us the history about the Dominican Republic. Why some look like this, why some look like that. And he taught us why certain countries, why certain islands why certain islands people talk differently. Like, for example, like why Jamaicans talk like that, because they were invaded by the British. Like Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, they were invaded by the Spaniards. So many of our different islands were invaded by these big European countries, and that's why everybody speaks differently. And all these big European countries brought slaves to these islands. That's why everybody, like, every islanders, like, Haiti was invaded by the French. That's why some speak French. I think Aruba was by the Dutches. The Dutch, that's why they speak Dutch. And that's why everybody look alike and everything, but everybody speak different languages, because these countries were invaded by different European countries. That's why some speak English, that's why some speak Spanish, that's why some speak French, that's why some speak Dutch. And it's the same with Africa as well. A lot of these countries were invaded by these European countries. That's why some speak Spanish, some speak French, but they, with their own different ways. And it's like America, these schools, they don't teach you that. Like, you gotta really teach yourself that, or you really gotta ask your parents these type of questions. Because then some people will ask a question to somebody like, hey, aren't you this? But if you're this, that means that you're that because you speak this language. And it's like, no, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do understand when people like will like see somebody like me and like is Spanish, like speak Spanish, and they will be like, oh, aren't you Mexican? Don't you eat tamales and stuff? And it's like, bro, not everybody. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. But that is the school fault. And like, that is the school fault. They don't teach kids where did your brothers and sisters were taken to, and why do people speak differently in certain places. Somebody said school don't teach you everything about reality. It's true though. School don't teach you everything about reality, because I had to fucking learn the hard way that I gotta pay taxes. That like, I had to learn my own self, like, about economy growing up. I had to fucking teach teach my own self that, like, shit, you don't just get health insurance just for anything. No, when I was young, I had the goddamn, I have health insurance, and all of a sudden it stopped. And then, like, after a while, I couldn't use my mom's health insurance because I was like a certain type of age. So then I had to pay for my own health insurance. And if you make a certain type of amount of money, like, you got to pay for your child's health insurance. So then it's like you have to have a job that pay for your health insurance, and they don't even cover everything. So it's like you got to avoid going to the emergency rooms and this and that. That's the type of shit they don't teach you in school. You gotta learn on your own when you get older. I'll tell you it though.
Be sure to visit www.patsays.com because they definitely have some new inventory, and whoop child, I think I'm in love. Not only do they have outerwear, but they've also added tops and dresses to the collection. And between you and I got me a new boo thing, so you know I'm finna buy a whole bunch of these. Starting with this Tammy and Adele, okay? I got some hot dates to go on, plus I gotta stay fly for the summer, as should you. So head on over and shop till you drop at patsays.com. That's PATSEZ.com. Also, would you like to protect your energy and balance your chakras? Then visit KinglyEssentials.com, which is a one-stop shop for health metaphysics. They offer crystals and protection jewelry that has you covered to be stress-free. Each product has a detailed description of what it's used for. You can also type your problem in the search bar. For example, if you need help with anxiety, luck, or procrastination, just type it in and it will link you to the product. Once you find the one that you like, be sure to type in the code PETSY for 10% off at checkout. You can't pass this up. And ooh, look, this one is on sale and it's cute. So you know I'm finna buy it as we speak, right? KINGLYESSENTIALS.com. PetsyBlog.com. Signing